Welcome back to our channel, guys. If you're new here and want to know more about Costa Rica and all the kids adventures that we do in this beautiful part of the world, simply hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and follow all our adventures here in Costa Rica. So in our last video, we share with you traveling with kids during COVID from Costa Rica to Colorado. We also made a video sharing our skiing vacation in Winter Park, Colorado, and shared a few tips as well, skiing with kids for the very first time. And so I hope you enjoy those videos as well. So for today's video, we're going to share our experience traveling with our kids back to Costa Rica. We will also talk about the rules that is currently set traveling in Costa Rica during COVID for tourists and residents. We really had an amazing week skiing in Winter Park, Colorado. The kids really enjoyed it, but in the end they were also ready to return back to the warm weather of Costa Rica. So our taxi to the airport from the hotel in Winter Park took about 2 hours. The view was absolutely beautiful and really enjoyed the ride to the airport. We had loads of time before our flight left from Denver to Houston. Everything went really smooth, fast and easy as well in the immigration. So we had loads of time to go around the airport, had food and chilled with the kids before we boarded our first leg of the flight. Flight went really smooth and we kept the kids busy with their iPads, watching TV and learning from their app. We were constantly reminded to keep our masks on for the duration of the flight as well. When we arrived in Houston, it was after sunset and we had an hour left to relax and get documents sorted for Costa Rica. So overall, our flight going back to San Jose went really smooth and we got it after midnight, stayed at the airport hotel and had a day in the city the following morning. Since November 1st, 2020, Costa Rica has allowed all foreign travelers to enter Costa Rica by air, as long as they follow the COVID-19 entry requirements. Costa Rica has eliminated the RT-PCR test, so all travelers no longer require to have a negative COVID test when entering the country. Costa Ricans and foreigners entering by air also no longer need to quarantine after arrival. So the entry requirements for Costa Rica will be to complete the digital form called Health Pass. This should be completed 48 hours before departure. The Health Pass will require all your personal details, including your flights and accommodations in Costa Rica. The Health Pass also needs you to declare if you got any symptoms related to COVID-19. You would also need to indicate if you're using a local or international insurance, which needs to be uploaded in the Health Pass. It's always advisable that you get a copy to bring with you too. It's very important you take a screenshot of your QR code and save it in your phone. This QR code is checked at the airport before you board your flight to Costa Rica. So the travel insurance policy should be valid for the duration of your stay here in Costa Rica. It should cover all medical expenses in case of COVID-19. It should include a $50,000 for medical treatment and a minimum coverage of $2,000 for accommodation expenses in case you get quarantined here in Costa Rica. So we're putting 3 different travel insurance links in our video below, 2 of which are local companies here in Costa Rica and definitely approved by the Costa Rican government. A few of our friends have come back from Costa Rica and have used Twawick International, so definitely check that out because it seems affordable. For citizens, permanent residents, and temporary residents that has legal status here in Costa Rica, no longer required to quarantine for 14 days after entry. They only need to present their cedula or Dimex. Also, they need to complete the health pass and QR code to be presented before boarding their flight. They would also have to prove that they are up to date with their CAHA, which is the public health system. If not current, then they would have to buy a travel insurance with a minimum coverage of 22 days. And within that 22 days, they have to pay their CAHA. Please note that all these requirements to enter Costa Rica are subject to change due to COVID-19, so it's always good to verify with your embassy before coming to Costa Rica. So I hope you enjoyed that video and it answers some of your questions about coming to Costa Rica. Feel free to leave us any comment if you have any more questions at all. But for now,
don't forget to click the subscribe button and hit the bell.
And follow all our adventures
here in Costa Rica.
Bye!
Bye!